How much data in the digital world can you estimate it? In 2020, data will be reached to 44 zettabytes by 2 billion people that is predicted by IDC, which is research of information technology companies. Moreover, the information of the company is growing 40% of a year and continue doubling in size every 2 years. The cost is increment of citizen and the progress of technology. So the storing data that keep the important data in the organization should support the data that growing continuously for support the decision making and growing of the business organization. That's why we should improve the performance of data storage. Good morning everyone. Today we would like to present about improving performance of data storage that supports the large amount of data. We are group from academic writing course. My name is Supachana and our members are Piyawan and Chanyanut. The overview of this presentation. We will talk about introduction, three potential solutions, compare and contrast, chosen solution, and conclusion. Let's start with introduction. The situation that we want to be our ideal situation. When the amount of data is growing, the data storage supports the processing of business through high performance. But reality, when data going up, storing data cannot support the amount of it because the data storage has limit of capacity or volume. Unfortunately, when the capacity of data storage was not scalability, the organization will manage the processing information difficultly. As a result, the organization cannot produce the business decision, in addition not growing. So the purpose is to improve the capacity of the data storage to have more efficiency and get higher performance. Next, Chanyanut will talk about our potential solutions.
Thank you, Supachana. Let's continue with me, Chanyanut. After gathering the information, we analyzed the three potential solutions, include MongoDB platform, cloud computing, and Hadoop platform. First solution is MongoDB. According to the research of big data, the researcher has to resolve the problem about improved performance in the data storage by using database shading method in MongoDB platform. Database shading is breaking the large data into the small piece and running the piece in parallel. It has to create one controller for sending data to other Mongo-based shade servers. It has to use shading key to create each chunk for easy to collect the data in the future. Moreover, chunks don't need to back up or restore data. As the result, if the organizations use MongoDB to shading the database in organization will have better performance, faster processing, and easy to retrieve the data. Next, Piyawan will talk about next solution.
Thank you, Chanyanut. Next, Piyawan will talk about cloud computing.
Another way to improve the performance of large data storage is cloud computing. Cloud computing is a computing paradigm where a large pool of systems are connected in private or public networks to provide dynamically scalable infrastructure for application, especially data and file storage. Cloud computing can support a large amount of data which increase continuously because workload spikes are also managed effectively and efficiently since the cloud can scale dynamically. However, the organization should be careful about estimating the large amount of data that the organization would like to upload into cloud because the organization have to pay for the area that they reserve in the cloud. Moreover, another benefit that is the main factor of organization for choosing cloud computing in order to store their information is cost. The billing model is paid as per usage. The weakness of cloud computing is security. Because cloud computing is an application which share resource through the internet or network. The internet is the biggest public network that everyone or every organization can access it easily. Although the organization achieves security by ensuring the contact with the provider and its associated cloud service agreement has appropriate provision for security and privacy. In particular, the agreement must help maintain legal protection for the privacy of data stored and processed on the provider system.
Next, Upachana will talk about Hadoop.
Thank you, Priyavan. The potential solution is Hadoop. According to the research of Big Data Network Storage Solution for Hadoop, the researcher described that Hadoop is a solution for improving the performance of managing big data in the data storage. Hadoop is open source platform that can process very large amount of data. In the machine has many components which are HDFS or Hadoop distributed file system for manage the data and MapReduce for parallel processing. In another word, perform many tasks at the same time. As a result, it can manage and reduce the uncommon data before storing in the data storage. Then the data storage will keep only important information and reduce the capacity. However, size of storing depends on machine memory. Next, P1 will talk about compare and contrast our solution.
Thank you, Supachana. Next, I will talk about the compare and contrast topic.
For compare and contrast part, here is three characteristics of data storage with collecting the big information including the capacity, price, and performance of processing. The first criteria are capacity. Cloud has higher capacity than MongoDB and Hadoop because cloud has no boundary database storage size. MongoDB and Hadoop can provide large amount of data. It still has their size limit. For example, the organizations have the data that have to be collected around 300 gigabytes, so the size of data storage, which is built on MongoDB or Hadoop, should be bigger than 300 gigabytes. As a result, the organization needs to purchase the data storage more. Another comparing characteristic is price. Cloud platform has more acceptable price than MongoDB and Hadoop because the service of cloud platform support the organization with the specific process in special price. These services are created for support the growing up of information with three features including no upfront cost, pay as you go, and no termination fees. On the other hand, database sharding as Hadoop and MongoDB have to pay cost of hardware. Hadoop is an open source that do not have to pay the cost. However, the processing of this platform is depending on the cluster in each machine with spending more high price if the organization has to increase the cluster. Similar MongoDB is the free software, but MongoDB processing depends on the number of machines that making the organization has to purchase another machine that also has high price. Therefore, cloud platform is the suitable solution for the criteria of the price if the organization has a growing amount of data that has to be collected in the data storage. The last comparing criteria is the performance of processing. MongoDB platform provide higher performance of processing than Hadoop and cloud platform. MongoDB is a suitable choice for deal with the large amount of data in the data storage because it provides MapReduce function which are parallel processing or processing of many devices at the same time. When testing the result of parallel processing of the mechanism in the MongoDB comparing with Hadoop, the results show that the performance gain from using MongoDB increased linearly with input size in the given range of input records. For cloud computing, it does not provide this feature. Therefore, MongoDB is the best solution that's suitable in the criteria of performance of processing. To summarize, cloud is the best solution in capacity and price. MongoDB is the suitable choice for criteria of the performance of processing. Therefore, the best solution would be combined of MongoDB cloud computing. The solution would be used with the strong feature of the two platforms, which are no boundary of the capacity, flexible usage with the price, and high ability performance of processing. Next, Supachana will talk about effect topic.
Thank you, Piyawan. To use the MongoDB Cloud Management, the machine will be processing by using MongoDB platform and use cloud computing platform to store the information. The effect when using MongoDB Cloud Management has positive and negative effect. The positive effect refers the organization will receive scalable data storage that can estimate size or use in unlimited. They also get the higher performance processing and also gain high security for protect the information. The negative effect refers if the organization want to have more and more performance and security that lead to high cost as well. Next, Chanyanut will talk about conclusion.
Thank you, Supachana. To sum up, MongoDB Cloud Management is the best solution that comes from combination of cloud computing and MongoDB platform, which has faster performance processing and unlimited size of memory. When the organization use this solution in their business, the data storage will have more efficiency and higher performance. Moreover, it supports the storing important information for producing the decision making. As the result, business will be successful. Here are our references. Thank you for your attention.